Hey there. So I'm going to try to give you a little bit of instructions here, and maybe this will help you figure out what you got to do. So when you first get into the class, you can click on quizzes and tests, and hopefully, if all things work out right, you'll be able to click over here on modify and click manage. And you can see I have some assignments in there and stuff. Don't worry about that because this isn't a real course anyway. Now, the first thing I need you to do is, well, actually, this is where you're always going to go. So you click up here on More Assignment Tools. You get on here to Manage Custom Questions. And unfortunately, we have all these questions in here, and this is going to be a big, tedious job. But what we have to do, and I'm so sorry about this, you have to click Show Edit Properties for every question, because I didn't do this originally, and I didn't realize that I had to do this originally, and they're not available for copying, and I need them to be. So I've already done this one, so I can just close this window. And let me see. I think I've done like the first 12. Let me see if 11's been done. Let me see. Show. Scroll down. Yep, that one's done. I can close that out. What about 13? Let's see if 13's been done. Show edit properties. Scroll down. Yep, there it isn't. All right, so I click on that. And you got to wait 3 seconds. Otherwise, if you click it too fast, it'll give you a warning that says, please wait 3 seconds while things are verified. Here, let me see if I can do it. Show edit. Go. So you won't have to do these ones because I've already done these ones. Say okay. Yeah, see, please wait 3 seconds. Okay. Done. And unfortunately, it doesn't give you any indication that it just did that one, so you have to keep track of what you did. So we just did 114. I'll make your life easier, and I'll do 115. Go down here. Allow. Okay. For the love of heaven. Okay. So the first job I need you to do is, and I'm so sorry about this, I need you to do that to every one of these questions. And I know that there's a couple hundred of them. I know, and I'm sorry. It's just how it worked. So the next thing I need you to do, I'm sorry, after that's done, you're going to create custom questions. So create new question. The first time you do it, you can start with an empty template. I mean, you can copy other questions. I'll show you how to do that too. But so start with an empty template. Click next. Come on. And then say next. That's fine. All right. I gotta pick a question out here. All right. So, okay. So I'm going to make a true or false question. So I like true or false to say true or false. All right. And then let me type this up. Hold on one second. So I'm typing here, dependent, I spelled that wrong, variable y. And if you want to make y italicized or something, you just click up here, italics, right? And then unitalicize it. And the independent variable x. I don't know if we can do hotkeys. Let me see. Control I. Nope. No hotkeys. God. All right. Period. Okay, and then you have choices. So we're going to be sticking with these 3 choices down here as a general rule. So you're going to do short answer, multiple choice. This is a true-false question, so you pick true-false. And then you just tell it which one it was. Is true the true answer or false the true answer? And the answer is it's true. So, and then you can click, go down here to save and exit. And then you got to name it. So this is correlation. So 4.1.01. Do the 01, 02 thing, because otherwise it'll be tedious. And then, although I think you'll be working in chapter 5, not chapter 4, but that's okay. And you don't have to worry about this. The one thing I do want is an association. So go to add. Makes small windows. I don't know why. And our book is Sullivan Statistics Informed Decisions Using Data, 4th edition. And this chapter is chapter 4. And this is a question about correlation. So I picked number 4.1. Technically, it's really about the relationship between correlation and the slopes. Actually, I'm going to do a 4-2 one on this one. This one's really a 4-2 question. Don't freak out if you're not 100% certain. You know, one, you can always email me, but two, it's not the end of the world if it's, you know, 4-2 or 4-1. That's, again, just email me and I'll fix it if I don't like it. And for the love of God, click this box down here. Say that allow other instructors to do it, because otherwise you're going to have to go back in and click that box everywhere and say okay. And there it is. And if you just go down here, see, look, there's 4-2-1. Now what you can do is you can click and then you can copy. You can copy that question you just made and make a new question. And this is what I do, honestly. I do a lot of this. So then I don't have to retype everything. So then I go, you know, in a simple regression analysis. Here, hold on, let me type. And honestly, I didn't bother italicizing. It's just not worth our time and effort for the most part. I mean, unless it's key or something, but maybe I'm just being lazy. I should probably italicize. That way it's good forever. All right, I'm doing it. All right, and then click on false. And if you click in the answer, by the way, you can see that this true false thing is locked in place, and you can see that it thinks it's the correct answer, which is good. That's what we wanted. So I'm going to go down here to save and exit. And again, that's really a 4-2 question, so I'm going to call it 4-2-02. And I'm going to say allow other instructors to copy. And it's still associated with that. If I had to change the section, I would go edit, make this box bigger, and then pick the different section. Right, but this is 4-2. Don't worry about the objective thing. I don't care about that. I mean, I care, but it's just not worth our time. Because this is the kind of question that doesn't really fit well into any one of our objectives. Okay. If we wanted to add a keyword, we could add one like correlation coefficient. I mean, if you really want to. If you really want to make me happy, that would be awesome. But don't worry about it if you don't. And then say, okay. Done. And now there it is. So let me just show you one thing. So if you want to copy and make a true-false turn into a multiple choice, it's actually really easy to do. You can make this question turn into anything you want. So, and actually, you know what? I'm going to make it turn into a multiple choice for the fun of it. All right, so manage choices. And then I go down here and I want to add a choice. I want to show you what happens. So you can insert a choice below. It's there, you just can't see it. Okay, but if you click back up here, you'll see that these two are still locked into place, which generally in a multiple choice we don't want. So if you do it that way, just turn them off so that they're not locked in place anymore. Okay. Another thing is you can just kind of go out in front, see how my cursor's blinking out in front, delete the whole thing and make a short answer question instead, right? That kind of thing. Now, what's that going us through? Well, let me show you. Hold on, I got a different question here. So let me type this up. I'm going to type a short answer question in. So the following table shows the... All right, hold on, let me type this up. Okay, and I want to give you this problem in particular because you're going to have tables eventually, so I want you to see what you do. So you go to Insert Table, and I want 11 rows. So 11 rows, this particular one, and say OK. I don't really like the cell padding, so let me go. You don't have to highlight that. I don't know what I was doing there. All right, table properties. Okay, I don't get rid of the spacing. I don't like spacing and padding between my cells. It just irritates me. Then I go to table border. I like it to be flat and black, and 1 is fine. If you want to make it 2, that's fine. It's good. And the cell border, I like it flat with the 1, and I like this color to be gray of some kind. And then say OK, and then say OK. And then it should look something like that, right? It's not perfect, but, you know, hey. All right, and then you type payroll, and then tabbing and stuff doesn't work, and it's irritating, but the arrow keys work. And then what I can do is I can type this in. I'm just using my arrow keys to get me across this. And then I personally like it to be centered and a little bit neater when it's all done, but you'll find it's a lot easier if you just type it all up first and then go back. Oops. Okay. So I want these to be bold. I want the whole table, so I'm going to highlight the whole table and make it all centered. That's good. And it doesn't have to be this wide. I can make it narrower for both. Why not? Right. Cool. All right, then I want to calculate the correlation coefficient. And you can insert multiple choice right there, A, B, C, D, but I don't want that, so delete that. And I'm going to calculate the correlation. I'm going to insert a short answer question. And our questions are going to be static, so you won't have to worry too much about most of this stuff. Most of this rule stuff isn't really applying to us. So, because we're going to be taking in a specific answer. If you want, if for some reason or another it needs a numeric answer with a range, we can deal with that. But I generally just define the answer and tell them what I want. Okay. Hold on, let me find the answer to this question. Okay, so it's 0.782 is what it is. And let's see, accept any unsimplified or simplified equivalent answers. I think that'll work. All right, then to find my answer, I don't need feedback. I don't need any of this stuff. So I'm just going to save. But I do need to tell them how many decimal places I want. Give 3 decimal places, because otherwise they won't be able to get the right answer. And there you go. And in red, it shows you what you typed in as your answer. And then you go save. Now this is a 401 question, so I'm actually going to make this 41.01. Edit. Drag that. I want it associated with section 4.1. Submit. Make sure this is selected so you can transfer it to other things and say OK. And hopefully at the bottom, there it is, SA, short answer. Cool. And I'm just curious. We did hopefully check that allow other instructors thing to. Yep, we did. Awesome. So that's it in a nutshell. It's just a lot of typing up questions and associating them and making sure you check the that allow other instructors to copy thing. All right, I hope that helps, and I will make you more videos if you need them.